Welcome to Grade 8th Math, Chapter 2, Session 1. Linear equations having variable on one side. Let's start. Read out the comic strip given on page number 24 in the concept book to find the connection between programming of a computer game and the variables and the constants of an equation. Here is the comic strip for you. The latest computer game is a huge hit among teenagers. They are making beeline for purchasing the game. There are two characters in this comic strip and they are talking to each other like, "Have you played the latest computer game?" "Yes, I have. It has excellent graphics and is quite challenging. I always wonder how innovative the computer games have become. How can a computer accurately calculate and counter the opponent's move?" "I think it is not the computer, but the people behind it who program the game. A game programmer predicts all the possible moves of a player under various parameters and then programs the game. In a game, there are some fixed quantities and some varying quantities, just like the constants and variables in case of algebraic expressions. Let's move ahead. Let's see. An equation is just like a scale. We need to equate the quantities on both the sides of the scale to create balance. Let's take a look at this picture. In this picture, you see a scale. On one side of it is an orange and other side of it is an apple. Do you know what we are comparing? We are comparing the weights. Can you tell the unit of measurement of weight? And also, by looking at the picture, can you tell whether the weight of one orange is more or the weight of one apple is more? Yes, the apple is heavier than the orange. That means to balance the scale, we need to add more weight on the side of orange. And this unknown factor which is to be added can be denoted by a variable, say x. So, the equation which establishes from the above picture can be written as weight of orange plus x equals weight of the apple. Today, we will know about the linear equations having variable on one side. Concept. In grade 7, we have learned a mathematical statement which states the equality of two expressions is known as an equation. If the expression 2x minus 3 and 2 minus 3y are equal, then 2x minus 3 equals 2 minus 3y or 2x plus 3y equals 5 is an equation. If the description of a situation is given, an equation can be formed. In this chapter, we will study linear equation in one variable. The word linear arises from the word line. An equation which represents a line is called a linear equation. For example, x plus y equals to 5 is a linear equation representing a line on a plane. You can see the equation x plus y equals to 5 has two variables in it, and the power of both the variables is 1. This equation is a linear equation in two variables. An equation which has one variable with its highest power 1 is called a linear equation in one variable. For example, 2x equals to 5, 3y equals to 5, 2y minus 8 equals to 7, z minus 25 equals to 0, etc. are linear equation in one variable. Here we will study linear equation in one variable only. A linear equation in one variable can be written in the standard form as ax plus b equals to 0, where a and b are rational numbers and a is not equal to 0. If in the above mentioned equation a becomes 0, then there will be no variable left in the equation. Let us go through the two methods that are trial and error method and equivalent equation method explained on page number 26 in the concept book. The solution of the equation can be found by either of the two methods given below. Trial and error method. The solution of an equation can be obtained by putting different values of the variables in the given equation and then evaluating LHS and RHS. The value for which the LHS becomes equal to RHS is the solution of the equation. Second way of solving an equation is equivalent equation method. The solution of an equation can also be obtained by isolating the variable on one side of the equality sign, either by doing reverse operations or by transposing. After simplifying the numerical terms, we get the solution of the equation. Let us have a look on this example. Find the solution of 2x minus 6 equals to 8. Method 1, using inverse operation method. So, we have this equation 2x minus 6 equals to 8. Carrying out the inverse operation, what do? Is we add 6 on both the sides. By adding 6 on the both sides, LHS becomes 2x and RHS becomes 14. By dividing both the sides by 2, we get x equals to 7. Method 2 is called using transposition method. Here what we do is, if the equation is 2x minus 6 equals to 8, we shift 6 to the RHS. When 6 is transposed to the RHS, its sign changes. From minus 6 in the LHS, it becomes plus 6 on the RHS. Now 2x equals to 14. Now we transpose 2 to RHS. Here it is in multiplication with x, there it divides 14, and hence we get an answer whereby x is equal to 7. For the verification, we put x equals to 7 in the LHS of the equation, and when we do so, we get 8. And same is with the RHS as well. And because the LHS becomes equal to RHS, that means this is the correct solution. Given in front of you are 3 examples. You may pause the video and look at these examples one by one. Go through the steps which have been used to solve these problems. I'm sure you'll be able to understand all the steps given. Let's read the conversation done between FIDAC and STUDAC and the important points of discussion on the possibility of error. FIDAC says, why do we need to verify solution each time? STUDAC says, I think by doing so, we can check the correctness of the answer and make our calculations error-free. If both sides do not become equal by putting back the value of the variable, then there is a calculation mistake, either in verifying or in the solving process. Let us try to understand why does the possibility of error arise. Error can creep in if we fail to add, subtract, multiply, divide the same number on both the sides, or error can also creep in if we fail to reverse the sign of operation while transposing the terms. Let's move ahead and do some questions. Solve and find the value of y in the equation 18.55 plus 2y equals 37.59. Here is the answer to the problem. Did you get the correct answer? Great. Let's move ahead. Let's have a look on some more examples. Read question 1, part 9C of practice zone 1, page number 30 from the concept book. So the question is 3 by 7y minus 4 by 5 equals to 1 by 2. Here you have to find out the value of y. You can now pause this video and see what all different steps have been taken in this question to find out the value of y. You may pause the video now. Quick check. Do question 3 of checkpoint, page number 15 in the workbook, and verify your solution. X by 2 plus x by 8 gives 1 by 4. You have to solve this equation to find out the value of x. You can pause the video here and solve this question in a notebook. Given here is the solution to the previous problem. You can check your response and steps against the solution given here. You will get to know whether the answer you got is correct or not. Assessment time. Let's do question 1, part A and part B of practice zone 1, page number 30 from the concept book. Practice zone 1, question 1, part A 7x plus 3 equals to 17. Part B 2.4m minus 1.9 gives 30.8. Pause the video here. Solve these two questions in your notebook. Given here is the solution to the previous problem. You can check your response and steps against the solution given here. You will get to know whether the answer you got is correct or not. Let's practice. I teach. Are you ready to become the teacher? Teach your parents the concept of linear equation and also teach them how to solve linear equation having variable on one side. Then ask your parents to solve the equation 5 upon 17x minus 8 by 34 equals to 16. Also, ask them to verify the solution. I do. Observe the picture given below and likewise make a weighing scale using materials such as disposable plates, strings, ice sticks, etc. Use the materials to create a balance on both sides and thus form your own linear equation like mentioned below. Here is a practice worksheet for you. Given to you are some questions. You can pause this video here and solve these questions in your notebook. Let's start. I hope you enjoyed solving the previous two questions. Here are two more questions from the same worksheet. Let's now solve these in the notebook. You may pause the video now. The skills developed in this video are computation, comprehension, and reasoning. I hope you enjoyed learning from this video. Until the next one, stay safe, stay healthy, keep learning. Thank you.